Alright, welcome back. This is episode 7 of the Dwarf Fortress Clustermule playthrough. This will probably be the final episode, and we're starting off with a migrant wave. Unfortunately, it looks like it's coming back at the same time as it's coming in at the same time as my dwarves are coming back, and they both get lumped into new arrivals. So you can see like this person is new arrival, but that's one of my soldiers. So I I don't know. I'll probably just have to like look through and see which ones look kind of new, maybe. Yeah. Other than that, I'm still queuing up the steel, and we're probably gonna do like a big time skip there. All right, early autumn has come, and we have gotten a vile force of darkness. So let's get everybody in position. And get all the civilians burrowed. Nope. There we go. Alright. And let's take a look at how many enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really only 6. Okay. There are probably going to be some thieves or snatchers around that will spot as we're coming out. Yep. Okay. And let's go ahead and drag this. Okay, 9. Won't take him. Ah, he's gonna get out of there. Yeah. And anybody else? Okay, you gonna run or? Okay, are you leaving north? Okay. Alright. And again, that's just a complete steamroll. It's no surprise with, full iron armor, like 4 squads versus 9. And most of these are wearing like leather, a little bit of iron. And yeah, they got copper. They're also very my guys are also just in constant training. I have the population where I don't need to have them working on anything other than war. Alright, and we got another migrant wave, but it was only like one person, I guess. It was just this one. It was High Master Mason. We got a couple of animals. Let me get them in the pen. I think there was, what, a cow? No. Yeah, calf. There we go. And I'm gonna need to expand this because they no longer have any grazing land, so. Yeah, alright. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see. Tools that scribe withdrawals from society. Okay. Let's go ahead and follow him. See what he takes. As long as he doesn't take the metalsmith shop, I don't really care. Okay. Oh man, you grabbed steel? God, it's taking me so long. I'm having to have like 5 smelters making steel just to keep up with the demand. Okay. Obel Robertson Scribe has created the Laltalin, a saltpeter mechanism. He offers it to the noiseless ceiling. This is saltpeter mechanism. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with oval saltpeter cabochons and rectangular sandstone cabochons and encircled with bands of persimmon wood. This object is adorned with hanging rings of giant cave spider silk and menaces with spikes of realgar. On the item is an image of cushion cabochons and bauxite. Okay. On the item is an image of 2 silver barbs and bauxite. On the item is an image of shields in white chalcedony. On the item is an image of dwarves in steel. The dwarves are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Clustermule by the noiseless ceiling of the walls of wedding in the early spring of 50. On the item is an image of work fissures, the siltstone hatch cover in cherry wood. Okay. Alright, winter be upon us, and some minor updates. I moved the pen up over here because there's no more grass there, so the animals had to be moved to a place with grass so they wouldn't starve. Let's see. We almost ran out of coal. I saw it popping up that, oh, we need coal for this, and I was like, wait a second, are we out? And yeah, we almost ran out, but now we're back up to having quite a few. I let them make a bit of coke out of lignite, and now we're gonna spin the steel forging back up. We did another guild hall. We had a petition from the Guild of Diamond, and so we made a guild hall for them. And I think that's it for stuff that's going on for construction-wise, but I renamed the cave dragon Seymour Asses after Fry's dog. After putting in the clip last episode of Fry's dog Seymour. Oh yeah, and we have a dwarf with depression. They've sunken into it twice. I'm trying to, like, I was looking through their thoughts and are bored after not being able to practice like a craft. So I'm trying to get them to craft. The other thing is like lonely after family, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, like, so hopefully I set them to be the only crafter at the craft store shop. So hopefully they snap out of the depression. Thief. Uh-oh. Alright, looks like... yeah, it looks like they didn't get anything. Yeah, they can't really get in. The thieves can't really get in to get anything. They'll trip up the cage traps. Their mandate for anvils again. So many anvils. Alright, spring has arrived, and we are down a dwarf. Zaz didn't die, I just kicked her out. She kept on getting into a depression spiral, and it was eventually doing the I'm walking around, all discombobulated, and so I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna kick her out before, she gets too bad and ends up like dying in the fort. So yeah, that. Aside from that, the queen kept mandating more and more anvils, so I made an anvil stockpile in her bedroom, so now she can have all the anvils she wants. Um, Aside from that, you can see I've got all the steel for my 3 working units. So like these 3 are all in steel now, and I'm working on the last bit of steel for these guys. Um, where is it? Yeah, I need to make more anvils for the queen, but yeah, it's almost done. And once that's done, actually, I'll probably just start sending my units out now. Iron has not been too bad in the past, so I'm sure it'll be fine for if we happen to get a siege. Which, let me go ahead and unpause and see if we get a first of the month or a first of the season siege, because it's been happening pretty regularly. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You. Um, Head up right over here. There we go. I probably should burrow. Yeah, it looks like there's a few dwarves that are, Snatcher, protect the children. Oop. I don't know if they're gonna get there in time. Okay. Come on. Get them. Yeah, more snatchers. Okay, nobody there. Yeah, you can't. Can we do that? No. Okay. Can't do like multi-layer selection. Okay, they are all dead now. Alright. Alright, and I think... Let's take a look at the world map. Ooh, that one's down to 40 now? It was 60. Hmm. Okay, did they might have moved out to another site, so I'm gonna hold off on running my doors out just yet. They might have gone and went to settle a new site, so I'll give it like a couple days in game. Okay. Alright, no, nothing yet. That maybe we killed them? Maybe those were maybe that's where those people came from and they're down to like 40 now. Um, hmm. Yeah, I think that's the one that will attack next. Um, yeah. I think we'll start with Recon and Force. Raid. There. Okay, the laborious Heathers and others have returned. Reports. Raid Jackal Seas. Nearly spring. Oh, okay. Alright, they went there and found nothing. Okay. I guess they didn't get into a fight. Alright. I guess let me wait for them to be back. And once everybody's back, I'll send them right back out. Alright, everyone is back. So this time, we will pillage. I don't often pillage, but I figure... actually not. No, we'll raise. Our objective is to destroy the site anyway, so... might as well. Okay. And the laborious Heathers and others have returned again. Alright. Oh. Okay. Raised Jackal Seas. Defenders were led by the Goblin, Ooze Booze, Spidery Patterns. Yeah, Dwarf. Matched the Goblins on Cunning Plan, and the attackers had a strong positional advantage. Clashed with 3 Goblins, slaying them. Confronted the Elf. The Elf fought with the Dog. The Dog confronted... Goblin was struck down by the Dog. Okay. Elf was struck down by the Cave Dragon. Goblin was struck down by the Cave Dragon. Man, my dwarves aren't even doing much. Cave Dragon attacked the Goblin. The Goblin was struck down by the Cave Dragon. The Dog... Oh no, Urist! Urist and Galley attacked the Dwarf. The Dog was struck down. Rip. One of my war dogs died. Oh well. The Dwarf confronted the Goblin. The Goblin was struck down. Dwarf confronted the Goblin was struck down. The Dwarf attacked the... Oh, okay. Dwarf was struck down. Found nothing. Rampaged. They fled. Okay. That really wasn't a whole lot, though. It had 40. They had, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only killed like 10 out of 40. Unless they just did not have a large military. I don't know. Weird. The next one is the Fortress of Curse Wanderers. It's 50. Okay. Let all them get back. Okay, and now that everybody is back, let's go scout. Curse Wanderers. I think this is the capital of their civilization. So we'll go ahead and try to scout it first. Alright, and the laborious heathers have returned. Okay. Raid Curse Wanderers. Let's bring along. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, this is a dog. Okay. Large fight. Uh-oh. 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 Ooh. Ow. Ouch. Ow. Alright, this battle did not go great. Mid-spring of 58, the Walls Wedding attacked the laborious menace of the delightful malice at Curse Wanders. The dwarf Domas group, Stake, the Virtuous, led the attack. The defenders were led by the goblin Esther Stolen Rights. The dwarves' tactical plan was superior, but the defenders had a strong positional advantage. Extreme the dog Olno Floorlands clashed with 25 Mineras in Curse Wanderers, slaying 6, but the dog was struck down. The human confronted the dwarf. The human was struck down. The elf got away. Dwarf was struck down by the dwarf. Okay. Human cornered the dwarf. The human's thumb, right hand was ripped off, and the human was struck down by the dwarf. Okay. The dwarf happened upon the dwarf. Okay. The dwarf and Doc Meritrace was struck down by the dwarf. Okay. Human surprised the dwarf. Human's back tooth was smashed. The human's lower body was ripped. The human's front tooth was ripped, and the human was struck down. Okay. Surprised the dwarf, Takud. Struck down by the dwarf, Takud. Okay. Cornered the dwarf. Struck down by the dwarf. The human surprised the dwarf. The human's upper body was smashed and struck down. The human ambushed the dwarf. The human was struck down by the dwarf. The goblin, the cave dragon. Goblin was struck down by the cave dragon. Goblin was struck down by the cave dragon. That goblin was ripped to pieces. Arm was torn off, leg was torn off, arm was torn off, eye was torn out, and then died. Okay, now here's where we get to some Bucky. The fortifications of trading led by the dwarves as merchant breach clashed with 76 blind cave ogres, slaying 2. The dwarf was struck down by the cave ogre. Dwarf was struck down by the cave ogre. Dwarf was struck down by the cave ogre. Dwarf was struck down by the cave. Dwarf was struck down. Dwarf. So we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combat dwarves and 1 dog. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then clash with 74 blind cave ogres. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we lost 10. 10 dwarves. Oh, yeah, the goblin Atu Tim Pickled mouth was ripped by the dwarf. Goblin had his implant with lower back tooth was torn off by the dwarf. The goblin was smashed. It was struck down. Had to put on the elf, and the elf was struck down. Yeah, that was not great. Um, and they're still at about 50. Alright, so we are in a bit of a pickle, and I don't know how to get out. My dwarf is stuck in a tree. I have no idea how he got... I guess he climbed up there trying to fight a Kia or something like that. The only thing I can really do is just chop it down and, like, hope he doesn't die. Like, he's pretty tough. I don't know. I don't know how it happened. Like, he dropped all of his stuff, like, out here, and then he just, like, disappeared for a while, and I was like, wait, where is he? And so, like, I don't know. The only thing I can do is get, like, my, like, high master woodcutter to come out and maybe chop down the tree and rescue him, maybe, assuming he doesn't die from the fall. I don't know. At least hope he doesn't get, like, terribly injured. Okay. Alright. I will take it. And, oh, you're in a tree too. What the hell? I think they were, like, climbing up to get at some keys or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, they climbed down to try and get some keys and got stuck up trees. Which, why they can climb up trees but not climb down is beyond me. Okay, we've hit the point where this is actually getting, like, extremely frustrating. This guy's not coming back. These guys are fine. These guys now are, like, even more, are, like, have, like, dropped their stuff. And it's like, I checked stocks, I have plenty of extras, like, they're just not going to get them. Where is it? Like, yeah, I have all this steel armor that's just sitting here, and they're just not going to pick it up. So I'm just gonna send them to war. If they don't want to die, they need to get their equipment. So there. All right, and they have returned. Let's look at the report. The dwarf does outmatched, and the attacker had a strong positional advantage. Okay. 74 blind cave over slaying 10. Okay. Alright, so that was a good engagement with the cave ogres. Hopefully we don't get another one that goes bad. Okay. Alright, so it looks like you slayed 20 cave ogres. Late spring. Okay, and we slayed 5 of 19 Mineras. 10 cave ogres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemies. And then 25 pets. And we didn't... Okay, we didn't get any spoils. Okay. Alright. And no losses. Okay. So Gashud was the one that was, like, MIA, so hopefully they come back. Okay, and the only thing that I can think of about Gashud, because he's, like, in this area, is that this tree is blocking his entrance. So I'm gonna have my my woodcutter chop it down. Like, because I checked, he's not, like, in the tree. Here, she, whatever. isn't up in a tree. I checked that. And yeah, so the only thing I can think of is just like cut down that tree. Like maybe they're like right there and they can't path or something like that. Mm, okay. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. All right. I think we'll go ahead and this time we'll raid again. They still have quite a bit of numbers, so we'll try and ambush. Okay, the intense panels and others have returned. Let's take a look at the report. It was undetected. Stole livestock. Okay. What kind of livestock did we get? 29 beak dogs. Okay. I don't want beak dogs. Alright. Okay, and we had yet another crash. Big rips there, because I was actually getting some progress done on that fortress. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. If we can get their armor taken care of. Uh, big rips there. I was actually making progress on it. I'd wiped out all the Moneras, all the cave ogres, and I was like getting down to like their last little bit of goblins and more thieves, which are probably running. Yeah, they're just running away. They run away just as soon as they're discovered, so they get nowhere near inside the fortress. So. Let's head back out. This time we'll switch to pillage, openly attack, and we'll turn off stealing of livestock and looting of items. And they actually managed to get fully armed and armored this time. And Gashud is still, like, MIA. It no longer even pops up like a direction as to where they are. I don't know. We'll just leave it there in the hopes that I think she comes back. Like I chopped down all the trees and there's just nothing. So, oh well. Okay, the intense battles and others have returned. Let's go take a look at the battle report and hopefully it turns out well. The hematite, 58, the dwarf Thomas. The attack had a strong positional advantage. Okay. Okay, that went way worse than it did last time. Or the crash. Dwarf. Okay, outmatch the red-winged blackbird man. Blah 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 with a cunning plan. The attackers had a strong positional advantage. Clashed with 54 blind cave ogres, slaying 8. Okay, the dwarf confronted the dwarf. Okay, struck down. Okay. The hyena monster attacked. Oh, man. Lost another one to the hyena monster. Okay, and the red-winged blackbird was killed. Okay, good, good. That means they're whittling down their leadership. Yeah, whittling down their leadership. Okay. So, struck down by the dwarf. Okay. There's clash with the dwarves, clash with the 14 there, slaying 10. 46 blind cave. Okay, so they have 42 left. Okay, the dog was struck down. Big rip there. Hyena monster fought with the dwarf while defeated. The latter escaped unscathed. The cave dragon attacked the hyena monster. And the hyena monster was... Okay, good, good. Hyena monster's taken out. 42, slaying 10. Slayed all the Moneras. Okay. 32, slaying 3. 29 left. Oh, Cave Dragon was struck down. Okay. 29 blank slaying 8. 29 blank cave slaying 8. 13 slaying 8. And lost 2 more to blind cave ogres. And there, okay. All the cave ogres are now dead. I lost I think I lost 2 more dwarves than I did last attempt pre-crash. And I lost a cave dragon and a dog. So I think last time I only lost 1 dwarf. And we killed the hyena monster, the Moneras, the ogres, all that. Like, they were all killed. But it's something. Yeah. So I will have to probably fill in the dwarfs. I'll have to make more armor and weapons. Yeah, one thing I also learned while I was getting annoyed with the queen yet again is apparently you can melt down mandate items without it actually causing an issue. It doesn't count as like an export ban thing, so that's what I'm gonna do, because I am very tired of making anvils for the queen. I can think I've got 54 here. And I think I've exported probably about, like, what, 20? Yeah, all of these were somebody handling a anvil that was being exported. So I don't know, like 20, 25, something like that. So I've made like 60 some, maybe 70 anvils for the queen. Okay, and we do have some migrants. Doesn't look like we got a lot of them. Okay, we got a stone worker, a stone carver. And that's it. Okay. And now we're going to move to openly attack. Now that we've gotten rid of all the, like the harder enemies here, at least the ones that I'm aware of, we'll move on to raising it. And I guess we'll loot as well. Why not? I think next for it, I'm going to have to build, like, better defenses. Something where I don't have to, like, constantly go outside to fight. Just the whole, animals being outside and me having to, like, run out to protect them or run out to make sure my cats don't get slaughtered, all that. And I think I have to work on better defenses next time. I figured like an A, B, and C layer defense would be reasonable. Like, you know, my A defense is, you know, the bridge, and then B defense being the trap layer, and C defense being the guards. You know, 3-layer defense. I figured that would probably be decent enough, but nah, still not great. I need to figure out, like, maybe instead of having an above ground entrance, maybe having a slit with, like, a a bridge that closes over it, and then having like, oh, having like, say, like a tunnel that goes like straight across, like it would go from like one side of the map like to like halfway to the other side or whatever, maybe to like toward the center, and then have that have maybe like some siege weapons or something in there. Oh no. Bowyer withdraws from society. There we go. Okay. He's just hanging out. Okay. That I don't think I've ever seen one not. Oh, hold on. He might be waiting for a particular type of workshop that I don't have built. And since he's a bowyer, I'm going to assume it's a bowyer. There we go. I forgot that could happen. Yep, there we go. Claimed. Alright, good, good, good. Don't need any more mood spirals. The intense battles and others have returned. So, let's take a look. And let's see. The attacker said, okay, cunning plan and strong positional advantage. The dwarf was struck down by the dwarf. Okay. Okay. Goblin. Looted treasure, okay. The goblin was struck down, goblin was struck down, goblin was struck down, human was struck down, goblin was struck down, goblin. Okay. Looks like a good battle, and let's take a look at the spoils. Okay. That's quite a lot. Goody iron ebro block. What is that? Is that like a type of stone I've never encountered? Iron ebro. Okay. Native gold pedestal. I could use that to display something. That's fine. Okay. Iron ebro. Okay. Dumed Gimmelus Tooth Bowyer has created Sacklecat, a ginkgo wood crossbow. She offers it to the noiseless ceiling. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. And that can go on display just as soon as I build more. Alright, here's a little bit of during editing, a little time skip here. I apparently totally forgot to inspect this crossbow while I was working on it. I was too busy like mentally focusing on the war and like all the stuff that I had to do for building. But yeah. Zach Colgott. This is a ginkgo wood crossbow. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of ginkgo wood, oval siltstone cabochons, and round claystone cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging ropes of white chalcedony and siltstone. And on the item is an image of oval cut gems in applewood. On the item is an image of Caspa Sprinkle Dwayne, the human, and Nagor Rosia. Okay, the killing by the rock. This is now like the third artifact that has an image of that. On the item is an image of Deary Bladeton, the Cougar, and dwarves in Clayston. Deary Bladeton is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the rise of the Cougar and Deary Bladeton as an enemy of the Walls of Wedding in the early autumn of 19 during the rampage of the Cougar, Deary Bladeton in Stake Anguish. Okay. All right. Well, that was the artifact. Okay. There we go. Okay. And hopefully that is the end of the war. Just remember, they started it. They raided me first. I was happy to just mine and go deeper and be all Dwarfy. But no. Okay, the helm curls have returned. Alright, rampaged. Looted treasure, rampaged, and another goblin. Alright, looks like the intense paddles have returned. Let's see how that went. Okay, found nothing and rampaged. Alright. Okay, come on, laborious heathers. You are my last hope for this being a successful mission. And the laborious heathers have returned. I found nothing rampant. Okay. I'm just gonna have to, like, send them all right back out. Big rips. Okay. Okay. Go back out. Burn it down. Destroy it. Okay. I absolutely do not care. Alright, and laborious heathers have returned. Okay. Yeah, they keep... Okay, come on. Please destroy it. Okay, it looks like the intense paddles and the laborious heathers have returned. Ooh, that's looking good. Oh, come on. Yep. Search through Curse Wanders and found nothing. Rampage through Curse Wanders. Search Curse Wanders. Okay. Come on, please, just burn it down. Burn it down and wipe out the faction. Literally just focus on burning it. Oh. Okay. Looks like there was just a grizzly bear. Alright. Okay. I don't know. Alright, it looks like they're all coming back. These guys are starting to trickle back in. Let's check the reports. It's still there. Search Curse Wanders and found nothing. Rampage through Curse Wanders. Search Curse Wanders, not rampaged. Search correspondence rampaged. Okay. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Let's try again. Okay. This will make it, I think, 10 attempts in total to burn it down. Okay. Back again. Please. Finally. Ooh, okay. Search through correspondence, found nothing. Oh, nope. Search through correspondence, found nothing. Rampage through curse wanders. Laborious fled. Then a noiseless ceiling destroyed curse wanders. Search curse wanders. Rampage through nothing. Search curse wanders, found nothing. Okay. There we go. Now there are still the goblins of the Eternal Hex of Ghouls. Or no, what's the the Poisons of Polishing, which are actually a much bigger threat. You guys saw one earlier. Yeah, 300. That's their fortress. A much, much bigger threat, but we're not currently at war, so no biggie. The elves we're in an alliance with, and what the... Are we in an alliance with the humans as well? Yeah. Alright, so it looks like the war has been won, and we have come out victorious. I think that will about do it for this fort. And we can move on to something a little bit more fun, because I'll be honest with you, it's all because of this dipshit right here. Just the constant mandates for anvils, just constant. Like, I've cut out a lot of how many she's been requesting, but it's just been anvils and anvils and anvils and anvils. It's like, dude, I'm trying to make armor and you keep requesting it, and yeah. And she is just never happy, and yeah. So I am going to retire this fortress. Alright, so our fortress is now retired, and we will, next time we pick up Dwarf Fortress again, we'll create a new fort. And this time I'll probably be going in with a theme. I've thought of a bunch of them and I've written them down. And yeah, like a couple of different like themed forts and things like that. And I'll just like kind of think them through and see which one might be like the most fun. I've got about a dozen of them written down. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.